Okay, so I wanted to get into a little topic here. You guys have been wondering how my progress is on batteries. I talked to YouTube follower Bobby's Homestead, and he hooked me up with somebody, another YouTuber, where he got his lithium batteries from. So I'm just waiting to get news back from him. And in the meantime, though, I've been looking on Amazon and really thinking about getting a lithium battery. Now, lithium batteries are the cat's meow, but they're expensive. I think I've been over this 100 times with you guys. But I'm looking at a 100 amp hour lithium battery. Now, it's going to cost me about $1,000. Actually, a little more than $1,000. But that's not bad considering the lifespan of these things and the kind of amps they can push. So, what I want to do with it, I want to put it on the 6 in series over here, and I'm going to run this battery behind me, the little 33 amp hour AGM sealed maintenance free battery, till it's pooched. It currently runs the tiny house just fine, though I'd love it to be about 100 times bigger in the amp hour range, but we'll get there eventually. So I'm thinking about buying that lithium and putting it at the front. Now, I got some awesome people on Patreon who are helping me out, and I think I'll be able to get it done with their continued help. And if you guys want to help me out even further, faster, become a Patreon member. It's only $1 a month, or you can donate more like a lot of them chose to do. It's totally up to you. You get credited in all my videos as long as you're a continual Patreon subscriber, and you also get all my content pretty much live the day I shoot it on Patreon, only on Patreon, that you can access, and it's ad-free, pretty much uncut. You get all my stuff, and the average video that I post on there is over an hour, or an hour long at least, and you guys get to see everything I've done before the public sees it months later, because I schedule them that way I have a daily content for YouTube. And Patreon's the only thing keeping me afloat for now. YouTube is gone to hell, basically. So hopefully they can get their act together once Trump digs in with the antitrust, and they really get broken up and get proper again, instead of censor tube to YouTube again. So anyway, work has been detrimentally slow. So I haven't been spending a lot of money, and I'm thankful I got most of the projects done at the tiny house that I wanted to do, other than the big expense of the battery. So after making a mess in the back room, preparing for a whole bunch of AGM batteries that I put a rain check on and they never called me back, I decided, well, I'm not dealing with that company for batteries, and I will, I'm gonna plan on getting a lithium like I just mentioned earlier. Now, the lithium I'm looking at is, I have to buy 4 cells, because each cell is 3.2 volts a piece at 100 amp hours a piece. And what I have to do is I have to wire it in series, and I also have to wire it with a BMS. or a battery management system. And that's very important for lithium. If you try to just hook up a lithium without a BMS, you're in for trouble, guys, and I don't want to go there. Now, the nice thing about BMS or lithiums, no need to worry about off-gassing or anything like that, because there's none of the same chemistry in lead acids as there are in lithiums. So there's no off-gassing whatsoever, which is amazing. And they're vent-free basically, right? Just like the AGM. Now, an AGM though could off-gas if there's a rupture or something, so obviously you don't want to go there. And if a lithium ruptured, I wouldn't have a tiny house because it'd probably burn to an ember. That's why you gotta be careful with lithium, guys. It's a different ball game. Super efficient, super long lasting. As a comparison, the AGM battery back there probably is good for about 500 cycles, and a lithium is 2,000 plus. So I'm eager to get one and see how long it will last me at the tiny house. And I'll start with one, and then maybe next year get another one, and go from there. But we'll see. There's something about they said something about paralleling them though, to be careful, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But I'll start with one. I'll video, show you guys my setup, and before I apply power to the lithium battery, I will probably consult my good electronic people up here on YouTube. High Tech Guy 18, Stu, Bobby's Solar Homestead. He's running his lithium setup. He knows way more about it, and Stu knows way more about it than I ever will. And so that's the plan. So I think I'm gonna go ahead with an Amazon order, and if you guys want the link to that particular battery setup, I will give that out. Though you probably want to use me as your guinea pig to see how well it works, and I don't blame you, because that's expensive. So that's the plan, guys. My parents are doing well. They're off on a day trip out of the city. And I'm here hanging out at the tiny house. I turn the fans on and the lights on, but I don't really need them on, but it's nice and comfortable. I love them. And they run totally off the grid, off the solar power. So why not? It's free. Use it. And it's 87.3 out, and the tiny house is staying at 70 with no air conditioning. Awesome. I left my kitchen window a crack, which I can probably show you here. You guys see it? It's hardly open. Left that open just like that because it's been pretty comfortable. And ever since doing the added insulation with that survival blanket material, the Mylar that I wrapped the walls and the ceiling with, amazing difference. A lot of you made fun of me, saying I was preparing for the alien invasion with tinfoil hats and nonsense. Not really. I'm preparing for the crap weather we've been getting. Keeps the tiny house amazingly insulated, and that's the whole point, guys. Not looking for aliens or anything like that. Sorry. wrong YouTube channel. But there you go. So yeah, my little oh, the backsplash. That's one thing I didn't share with you guys. That glue seemed to do the job just beautifully. Dollar Tree glue to the rescue. And pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So plans for me today, I'm going to jump on the elliptical back here, crank up my entertainment setup and just watch a whole bunch of crap while I'm on there. I brought a bottle of water, but I won't be able to drink it because I gave it to my plants. It's in here. So they were due for a little watering. They're doing great. I need to bring over, I have these little fertilizer sticks that they're probably due for because there's not a whole lot of soil in those little pockets. So if I chunk up, and like if I cut up a little stick, a stick is about an inch long. If I cut it up into different pieces, and well, 4 pieces because there's 4 plants, and I'll pop 4 in, or 1 into each container there. Those plants should be good. And what else is going on? Oh, the plants at home are doing excellent. The medical plants, I'll call them. You guys probably know what they are. It has to do with Rick Simpson oil. And that's all I'm going to say. You guys know what that is, hopefully, by now. And so I'm going to, jump on the elliptical, and anything crazy happens, I'll get back to you. See you in a bit.